The spirit of linebacker Sam Mills lives on in 2 words. And the sounding of the drum reminds every Panther to keep pounding as they get ready for a fight here at Charlotte's Bank of America Stadium. Today, it's an exciting battle of NFC teams between the Los Angeles Rams and the Carolina Panthers. And his punter, Ethan Evans, going to send this one away. And off we go from Bank of America Stadium. Set to return, it's Chuba Hubbard. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So now out comes the Panther offense for its initial drive of the game. And they're brought out by someone still trying to live up to that #1 pick status from the 2023 draft. Now in his 3rd season from the University of Alabama, it's Bryce Young.
What a tumultuous start to Bryce Young's career. The former #1 pick has about seen it all, Kate, in the NFL. And it's not how you start, it's how you finish. At least that's what he and the Carolina Panthers got to believe, because the finish to last season was his best football yet.
They'll start on the ground. Gallup. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Kate, if that first play is any indicator, this offense is going to have one heck of a field day. I'm talking a big chunk of yards on the ground and some big-time confidence, too.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Going to the ground again on first. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Easily add the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
1st and 10 from the 43. On the ground again with Dowdle. Give him about 3 on that first down carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Young. Cuffs, this is Xavier Leggett. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. So through some pretty blatant interference, he found a way to make the catch for the first down, Brock, and they can decline that penalty.
You know what you don't find in the NFL, Kate? You don't find receivers that aren't hungry. When that ball's in the air, they want to eat, and they will fight, and they will scratch, and they will claw through contact to make sure they get their touches.
Running it after the penalty. Had some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. A tight end in motion now. On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
Danger, King. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Drive has kind of seemed destined for the end zone, partner. First of a few chances now to reach it. Shotgun give now to Dowdle. And he takes this down close, up to the 3. Give him 4 on that play. So now they've got 2nd and goal.
4-yard gain.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play 1st and goal situations too, because a run like that now, well, it leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
Young working from the gun. And the Rams are there, and down he goes. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
After the sack, offense dealing with 3rd and goal now from the 10. 3rd and long for him here. Dropping on him again. He goes down again. And the defense are down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
That is a wow. Maybe that's a double wow for me. 2 sacks in the previous 3 snaps. I can really criticize quarterbacks, and too often I do, to get rid of the football, but that is about a defensive effort. Knowing what's on the line when you get in the situations in the red zone, Kate, can't do it much better than that.
On comes Ryan Fitzgerald and the Panthers field goal team here on 4th down. This is going to be a 31-yarder from the right hash. Fitzgerald sends this through. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
If they can keep moving that ball the way they did on the opening drive, he's going to be called upon, I gotta guess, Kate, for more than just field goals. Probably some extra points, too.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Blake Corum now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. It's a 17-year pro steering this ship, Brock, an active leader in basically every passing category and continuing to try and build that Hall of Fame case. Matthew Stafford.
Stafford just continues to fight off injuries, and he continues to battle father time. And it is remarkable. There's a lot of quarterbacks as we see him age. We see the arm fall apart. We see the wear in the tear and the velocity disappear. You're just not seeing that with Stafford. You can question how long the journey may continue, but you cannot question how productive he is when he's on that field. Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field, but in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Wanted to fit that one into Devontae Adams. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
First down. It's a gain of 17 yards.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
1st and 10 from the 43. On the play fake, here's Stafford. Roll left side, taken in by Adams. And he'll get it up to the 44.
17, Devontae Adams. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now Stafford again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
Complete to number 19. It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Trying to sneak with Stafford. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line, no gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. Throw right side, caught by Smith. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Stafford from the gun. Short pass brought in. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Play number 9 of the drive. It's going to be 3rd and 5 to go. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Complete out to the right side. And they get this down to the 28. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
14 yards. That's another Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
The first carry now for Kyron Williams. He's stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's 2nd down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Stafford now. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
A gain of 4 yards. 1st down, Rams.
To the line and set. Here we go. 1st down. Defense showing blitz. Stafford. Catch me to the right side by Nakua. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Back to throw. Here's Stafford. Hits his running back. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Extra DB out there for the Panthers. 3rd down. Here he is on 3rd and short. Brought in. That is an LA touchdown. The Rams finish off their opening drive. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Rams one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Here's Evans set to kick this away. Hubbard with a return here. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Carolina offense out ready to go for their second drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. First down. Young gets it to him on the screen. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Back to throw. Here's Young. Setting up the screen. Breaks the tackle. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Counter play, Hubbard. And what a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. Fourth down coming up. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
On fourth down, Panthers going to turn to Sam Martin to punt this one away. The Rams headed back after their second drive now. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air. So expect some tighter coverage this time around. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. He'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6. Play action now for Stafford. Completed left side to Smith. And this one doesn't go far. It was the rookie from Ohio State there to bring him down.
And it's third down.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Here's Stafford. Got a man. That's Nakua. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Rams, first down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Rams.
No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Motion man right is Smith. First and 10. Here's Stafford. Hits him on the out route. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Rams have the first down.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Here's first and 10 from the 47. They take the handoff now. Stafford dumps it off to his running back. And he managed what he can up to the 48. Tackle made by J.C. Horn.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
It's Stafford once more. There he goes. The Panthers got him. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of third down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Gotta figure out this third down here. Here he goes, third and long. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down.
Third and long, and that coordinator decides to dial up the pressure, and they get to the quarterback. You know why I love this call, Kate? It's not just because of the aggressive makeup, but you really dictate to that offense. Third and extra long is a great time to blitz, because either you get home like that, or the ball's got to come out way short of the sticks. Job well done defensively.
Rams going to punt on fourth down, and they're calling Ethan Evans to the field. The Panthers set to take the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. Here's Dowdle straight up the middle. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
It's 2nd and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. He's got it on the bootleg. Jump off caught by his back. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Inside to give to Dowdle. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That tackle made by Kobe Turner.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
1st down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Young to throw it. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of 1. The Rams out to an early advantage. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. We're ready to go with the 2nd quarter. It's Panthers football. They'll be set up with 3rd and only 1. From the gun, a run for Dowdle. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
A gain of 4 yards.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. They'll work against the blitz. Completed over the middle. He's still going at the 30. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
This is Ryan Fitzgerald on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers push their lead to 3.
Panthers 10, Rams 7.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Corum now on the return. This makes it up to the 25. The Rams set to go on offense once more. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Stafford. Has him on the quick hitter. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Throwing now on 1st down, Stafford. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Stafford from the gun. Connects with Adams again. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
On 1st down, here's Stafford. Short pass brought in. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. Running right, it's Williams. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. They put a receiver in motion right. Stafford now on 3rd down. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
A 26-yard attempt.
Mevis able to knock it through. And we're all tied up now in the 1st half.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset they couldn't finish the drive with a touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Trevor Etienne to return this. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Panthers and Xavier Legette with the football once again. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. They'll go with Dowdle on the run. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. Finds him over the middle. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
3rd down run with Dowdle. Trying to get this one outside, Brock, but he did not make it. They stopped him right at the line of scrimmage. He's short.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Sam Martin on the punt. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Going from the pistol, Stafford. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Another look for him, Brock, and hey, why not with the way he's playing so far? But this time, just couldn't hang on.
I think you'll see coordinators at times, Kate, get away from something that's working. I like that they go back to him. Make them defend him and stop him. They did that time. And my hunch is they'll look for that receiver again today. Stafford now on 2nd and 10.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Williams now on 1st and 10. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Now Stafford to throw. That one complete to Higbee. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
6 yards to go here. It's third down. To the air on third and long. Right side into the hands of Adams. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Put the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Give to Williams from the gun. And he's going to get inside the defense's 30 here. Looks to be a gain of about 6 on the play.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Catch made over the middle. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
This is going to be play number 9 of this drive, and we could see a 10th if they can get a yard here on third down. Looking to throw on third and 1. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Inside of field goal range, but the kicker ain't moving. They're going for this. Putting a receiver in motion. Fourth down. Here's Stafford. He finds Adams. Complete. Touchdown, L.A. The Rams take a second quarter lead. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Nevis now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams break that tie and now lead by 7.
Panthers 10.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Hubbard with a return here. Shoves him off. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. The Panthers and running back Rico Dowdle back out now. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. First and 10 from the 32. Out of the gun, Young. Held in left side. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10 from the 43. There's the give to Dowdle. He's going to take this down to the opposing 44. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Panthers first.
That's another Panthers first down.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
You motion the tight end over. First down, Young. Complete to Tremble. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Young on the play action. That's Evans making the catch outright. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. The both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
On the draw, it's Dowdle. And he made a bid for it. It's a good gain that's stopped down at the 3. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet. But let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
2nd down, looking for options. Jump off, caught by his back. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers can tie it up in a second after cutting into the lead. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers make it 17 all.
17.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Corum now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Rams and Davante Adams getting set for another look here. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Has him on the quick hitter. Good pickup, but he's denied that first down. The shot comes at the 32-yard line.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, and there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Stafford's going to throw on 3rd and 1. Got a man, that's Nakua. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Stafford now off the play fake. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended target. And now they face 2nd down. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
They'll air it out on 3rd. He has the first over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Rams have the first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he has this down to the 34. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. If you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Another run for Williams. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Design quarterback run here. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
You know, games that seem a little tougher to get against the front, gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
Plenty of points already, partner, as we have reached the 2-minute warning. More coming up from Bank of America Stadium. Stick around. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Up the gut they go with Williams. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. Ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first.
It's 4th down.
As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. So here's Harrison Mevis, ready for the field goal try. Already has one in this game, this from 30. Mevis able to knock it through. And they've taken back the lead.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Covered with a return here. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Panthers and running back Rico Dowdle back out now. And I'd say the ROI on his early touches have made him a pretty good investment for first half work. He's gotten off to a great start here. Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. Young working from the gun. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. Almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Escapes the pocket. Gets some space around midfield. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. Outright, Leggett makes the ground. And this drives him back out of field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Shotgun snap now to Young. Hits his running back. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays on the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Rams going nickel here on 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the 2nd half. Let's find out what goes on in the 3rd quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Excellent work as always, Scott. Love that halftime reports. Just a field goal game for us here as we start quarter number 3. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our 2nd half. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Rams and Devontae Adams getting set for another look here. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL. but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stafford. Short pass brought in. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here he is on 3rd and short. This one's caught. Smith has it. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Rams.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Straight ahead with Williams. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Finds him over the middle. And no yak this time. They got on him quickly, down at the 32-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Rams have the 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
A handoff to Williams. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's 2nd and 12. Stafford from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Devontae Adams, the intended target. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
He connects downfield. And they catch him just in time to prevent the first, but that got very close, didn't it? It's 4th and maybe a yard.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
That's cut beyond the marker. And he'll go down here at the 16. So they come through with 6, and they're rewarded for going for it on 4th down.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Now it's Williams. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground with Williams. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Throwing is Stafford on third. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
For the third time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. Ball on the left hash, 37 yards out. Mevis able to knock it through. And that'll double their lead to 6.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Hubbard with a return here. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Panthers and running back Rico Dowdle back out now. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Gallo. And they'll take this ahead for 7. We'll get 2nd and 3 now.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, Young. Nothing doing there as the second down pass falls incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. Well, what a stretch to begin the game, Brock. That finally his first incompletion. He had been perfect across so many looks before that.
Hard. It's just hard to be perfect with that kind of precision. That was rhythm. It's truly rhythm personified.
Yeah, it makes you marvel at the NFL record, doesn't it? That slid this great note from our staff. No place for him to go here. The Rams rush all over it. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
You could put that sack right into the coverage sack category. You can see the quarterback. He's scanning, right? He's going through his progressions. 1, 2, 3. Nobody's open. And then, bam! Sack lunch.
Carolina in punt formation. It'll be Sam Martin doing the honors. He has it at the 13. And something on the return, but not much as it still ends inside the 20. Out come the Rams on offense. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they can really use some more points on this drive. Starting out with an empty backfield, Brock. Here they come, 1st and 10. Stafford back to throw. Completed over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Defense showing blitz. Stafford. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. They put Adams in motion left. They'll throw. Third and long. Screen here for Williams. And they have this one well contained. There's the stop for a loss now. Fourth down coming up.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the third down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
The Rams are set to punt. Ethan Evans, the one to kick it away. Secures this at the 17. Jukes away from one. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. Carolina about set to go once again offensively.
At their own 36-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Here's Young to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect. Xavier Legette, the target on that throw. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second, and incompletion is still pretty good, too.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Young throwing here. Complete beyond the marker. He's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. That one gains 7. And that's good for a Panthers first.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
All set now. 1st and 10. Hubbard trying this up the gut. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Young looking to throw. Pass brought in by Tanneroa McMillan. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Here we go, goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Young's going to sneak it. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
It's a gain of a yard.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. It's Young to throw here on 1st. Throwing this one back at the end zone. And he has the catch. It's both feet in. That's a touchdown. The Panthers bring the game back to level. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers take the lead on that successful kick.
Rams 23.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Here's Jordan Whittington on the return. Good work so far. He's got room. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. On the handoff, this is Williams. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That's a pickup of 9. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
They'll motion Smith left. On the play fake, here's Stafford. Hits him on the out route. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. He gets 16 yards on that play. And the Rams have the 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Stafford now on 1st down. He's still going at the 30. Running in the red zone. And he will not score, but that does set him off, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
37.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. So it's going to be 2nd and goal.
One of the challenges when you run that jet sweep is you better secure that edge. I've not seen a great jet sweep in my life where you don't win the edge of the line of scrimmage. And that time, the defense got the job done.
Williams. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Rams take a 3rd quarter lead. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Two-point try coming up. Stafford getting the offense set.
The Rams.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead.
You spend all week on 2-point plays, trying to get to your best options, but ultimately sometimes the execution of that pass, it doesn't work.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. On the return, this is ETN. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Panther offense headed out to the field. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun snap now to Young. That's completed right side. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. From the gun, a run for Dowdle. A solid gain there, Brock, of about 5. Takes him inside the 40-yard line.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Young working from the gun. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range.
I got to be honest with you, Kate. That's an occasion where a drop would have been a whole lot better than a completion. Couldn't find the way back to the line, and it's a rare pass that actually loses yardage.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. To the air on 3rd and long. Nice gain left side. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Here's Dowdle straight up the middle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the Rams 17-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Young. And he scores. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers take a third quarter lead. Quite the strike to his tight end, and the patience he showed waiting for that to break open. That was awesome, and it's rewarded with 6.
You know, it should be simple, Kate, right? In philosophy, it should be simple. Just plaster that big guy. Throw bodies at him in coverage, but stopping the tight end near the end zone is anything but simple with how deceptively good they are as route runners and finding that football when it arrives.
Dave Canales keeping his kicker on the sideline. He wants 2 here.
The Panthers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He's throwing for it. And he's got a man. Complete. And he's into the end zone. Successful play there. That makes the lead 3 points.
Rams 29.
Well, that right there, a very important 2-point conversion. Brock, their lead now up to 3. A field goal would only tie this one.
Yeah, the math was pretty easy on that one, right? You know what it does. It puts you up 3 and forces a field goal on the other side. But I'll tell you what else I like there, Kate. It's psychology. Puts a little seed of doubt on that other side. Maybe if you come into this moment later in the game, and certainly an injection of confidence for your offense that they can deliver in the clutch.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Whittington now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Rams and Devontae Adams getting set for another look here. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. Loading up on the left. It's going to be trips to that side. Here's 1st and 10. A run with Williams. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Trying to sneak with Stafford. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a 1st down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Knocked away. That's going to be incomplete. Defender there. That brings up 2nd down.
Playing zone coverage in the NFL, we focus so much on the safeties and corners, but so many times it's the linebackers that are the X factors. They make that zone defense go. Tremendous awareness to knock that ball away.
Still at the 40 here, 2nd and 10. Stafford from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Puka Nacua, the target on that throw. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. He has the first over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for our Rams.
3 quarters in the books from this one. It's Rams football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. First and 10 from the 43. It's Stafford once more. Finds him over the middle. And they bring him down around the 34.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They'll run. This is Williams. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. That goes for a gain of just 1. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking in the booth, I know that play caller is too. That could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the 1st down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
Throwing now on 1st down. Stafford. Short pass caught by his tight end. And this is 28 before the defense halts it.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
5 still to go here. This is second down. Williams on the carry. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
First down throw here for Stafford. Just keeps connecting to Nakua.
Complete to Puka Nakua. A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 6-yard line.
Just a yard left to go on second down. Shotgun snap to Stafford. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams take a fourth-quarter lead. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts them in front here in the second half. And puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams take a 4-point lead.
36, Panthers 32.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. On the return, this is ETN. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Carolina offense headed out now. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this fourth quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set. And it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. They go with Dowdle on the run. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. That's McMillan with the catch out left. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Young on the play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's down to almost, nope, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. So they get 23 on that one. And that's going to bring up the Carolina first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
On play action, here's Young. Getting out, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it third down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
Rams add a man to the secondary. Third down. Third and long. They're going to throw. Into the hands of Leggett. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Panthers first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10. Counter play. Hubbard. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Out of the gun, Young. And the Ranger there, and down he goes. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
All right, up to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again. Find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's third down. Third and long for him here. He has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers take a fourth-quarter lead. So that brought an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game when fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Missed to go up by a field goal here in the fourth. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Panthers push their lead to 3.
Panthers 39, Rams 36.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Whittington now on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember. But as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Rams ready for this one. Here's first and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8. Now Stafford to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Rams have the first down.
Rams, first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First and 10 from the 43. This is Williams. He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10+, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
First down, and they go right back to it. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Throwing from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He puts some air under it deep down the left. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams take a 4th quarter lead. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams take a 4-point lead.
43, Panthers 39.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. On the return, this is ETN. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Panthers and running back Rico Dowdle back out now. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Young. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Completed over the middle. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. It's a gain of 22. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
Panthers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Shotgun give now to Dowdle. He's across midfield into Rams territory. Oh, it's 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 7. Here comes second and 3. Here's Dowdle again. That second down run is only going to manage a yard.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up third down and 2.
Third and just 2 to go. Here he is on third and short. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they're staring at a fourth down now after that sack.
A loss of 7.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. And he's been getting all of it every time out. And that'll hit and get out of bounds. Left some meat on the bone with that one. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Straight ahead with Williams. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Brings up second and 5 at the 43-yard line.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now second and 5. Another run for Williams. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down. Just couldn't get outside quick enough to take that D-line out of the picture. And one of those guys impressively got on the edge and caught him.
You know what's scary in this game today, Kate? When you watch the combine and you watch these 280-pound DNs that run like 4.6.
Yeah.
I am really thankful I don't play quarterback in today's game.
To the air on third and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So they're left facing a fourth down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
The Panthers and Xavier Lee gets with the football once again. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Panthers look just about ready. First and 10. Tight end in motion left. This drive will begin with Hubbard. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Young working from the gun. Finds him on the slant. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27.
good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Man in motion here. Young's going to throw it. 3rd and 2. Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's good for a Panthers first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Young on 1st and 10. Throwing the out route complete. And he's not going to be able to add anything to that catch, so give him progress across midfield there to the opposing 46.
1st and 10.
It's a gain of 12 on that one, and that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Panthers losing by 4. Offense to the line, 2nd down. Back to throw, here's Young. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Throwing now. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Picks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. But it does force a 4th down.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he gets up for a gain of about 4. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run here with Blake Corum. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Setting up to pass. Complete beyond the marker. And he has the first down for the Rams. And, partner, that should be all they need to now coast to this win. Now the Panthers decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
Los Angeles.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Here's a design run. A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. So it's the Rams who take this one on the road. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
Okay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So for Brock Huard, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams are winners as we say so long from Charlotte.